The problem with self-help groups for narcissistic abuse. Welcome to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Coach Tobias Forst, founder of Achilles Life Coaching, decade-long recipient of narcissistic abuse, and I've saved myself from it. And I will support you on your journey to your personal freedom. So today we will deal with the question whether or not the self-help group that you might be part of is actually good for you or not. Let's assume the following baseline. You've just left a toxic relationship of some kind and you are looking for information. You're like an info sponge, absorbing everything you can learn. You watch this, read that, write down your experiences, try to make sense of it all. And you're also looking for like-minded people, because at this point in time you might feel very alone in this world with what you've experienced. So you want to have somebody who gives you a foil for your experience, and you're looking for a self-help group or are already part of one. You would like to know that you're actually not the crazy one. So, you joined a group, a self-help group, in order to deal with narcissistic abuse in your recent past. And in order for you to get what helps you most, I will now try to equip you with a few tools to make up your own mind with a certain structure in order to qualify the group that you're part of or the group that you're currently screening. Those tools are a few very central questions I will now elaborate on in detail. Each of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, will weigh them and qualify them differently. Not all those questions will be of equal quality and importance to each of you, but it's up to you to extrapolate a certain hierarchy of what's most important to you and of what's less important to you when you try to qualify while screening the one or the other self-help group against narcissistic abuse. So what are those questions? Let's continue. How many members, how long have members, including yourself, been part of this group? 6 months? 15 years? How long? Are the members being kept in emotional thinking? You remember the tool that narcissists use in order to prevent you from entering logical thinking, of taking a breath, getting some distance to it all, to make up your mind, make sense of it? Or are there always certain instigations, certain needle pricks to keep you emotionally invested in it all? Next question. How often is there talk of re-traumatization? Re-traumatization, yes, this is real. And at the same time, talking about re-traumatization once every week, 52 times per year, will certainly not make it easier for you to adequately and more calmly deal with possible triggers out there in the world. When you get it slapped in your face verbally once every week. Next question. What are the concrete, actionable strategies for you to heal? What strategies and steps does this group and their leadership offer to you? What's the action plan that you can follow, that you can take? Next question. How many people in this group have left the group after a successful healing process? If the group is old, if it's been around for a long time, that list should be very long. How are people being treated that want to leave the group for whatever reason, which is their own reason? Are they being congratulated, encouraged, or are they being shamed for merely having the thought that maybe this group isn't just really for them? One might say that I formed a few friendships there. Yes, fair enough. And those friendships should be allowed to, must be allowed to grow in a different setting, in a different surrounding, and not in this group setting, and not always talking about the same old narcissism topic. How much self and help is at the central core of this supposed self-help group? How much constructive enabling for you to act for yourself, on behalf of yourself, to heal, is actually being focused on in this group? How often do you hear the same questions by the same people, the same stories by the same group members? Is it the 38th time that Jessica elaborates on her woe is me story, and the tissues come out, it's all going to be good, and the group chimes in and tries to soothe her? And you could even, you know the story maybe inside out in such a way that you could mouth the words before they are uttered. Next question. How about the ability and homework done by the group's leadership? Is he or she qualified? Or do you have either an angry face or the charismatic leader, and what they have in common is they're quite skilled at manipulating all of you? Is the group's purpose that of mutual supply, mutual validation of today's so modern and so beloved victimhood mentality? Or are there actual steps for solution being offered up to you, and you being checked on your progress constructively, actively? In conclusion, I'd like to give you the following additional ideas, ladies and gentlemen. If the group successfully passes the majority of those questions, depending on the importance that you attach to each of those questions, then you are in a group that is helpful to you. If not, if the group doesn't, then the group, ladies and gents, the group is trash. And it gets worse than that the group is trash. It actually covertly participates in narcissistic abuse against you. And if that's not enough, it's even worse than that. You become, or have become, in that context, a blind accomplice to narcissistic abuse against yourself. So always question your own motivation and question the motivation of every single one that is part of this group, including and not limited to the group's leadership. And remember, it's better to have no outside help than having someone in your life that pretends to be your helper, but covertly, consistently damages you and keeps you in the same loop and circle. And to those coaches out there that have digital self-help groups, covert narcissists smell self-help groups, including or especially digital ones. Well, all you need to do is text, like sharks smell blood in the water. So you have to be thorough and you have to be relentless in order to clean these groups up and keep them clean. The little fish have absolutely no business on land where people are actively searching for help, for real help. That said, ladies and gentlemen, be your own hero and be your own heroine. Thanks for watching, and I wish you the best of luck with finding a group that has true, authentic, cordial intentions and keeps that circle clean of those people that you just recently liberated yourself from. I'll see you next time.